We do not rise to the level of our goals, we fall to the level of our systems. James Clear. You see, those words are very clear, they're very particular. And in today's episode, we'll be relating that to achieving our parenting goals, how to create systems, parenting systems that can enable us achieve our parenting goals in 2024. Welcome to the Lorie Brand Podcast. My name is Loretta Itama. It's always great to have you here. What are parenting systems? Parenting systems are approaches or methods that we put in place to help to guide us, to help to facilitate a smooth transition or operation to help us achieve our goals. They help us in building habits. They include specific strategies, principles, and approaches, or should I say values, that help us to make sure that that thing we've said we'll do, or that destination we have decided to go, the direction to which we are headed, we are able to arrive there. Why are systems important? Why is it necessary for you to have systems in place? You see, it is very difficult personally for me to decide what to eat in the moment. Like when I'm very hungry, I just want to sleep. Don't even ask me what do you want to eat because it will take me time and energy, and the stamina I already do not have in that real time to now decide what I want to eat. Then you now have to check if all the condiments are available to prepare what I want to eat. That's why I don't even like some restaurants that offer a la carte service. I'm already hungry. You not tell me wait time is 20 minutes. Meanwhile, it's actually 40. And okay, back to systems. What if you had a menu according to what you already have, maybe in your store, your pantry, or your refrigerator? The menu will now be a system you have set in place to prevent you from thinking every time. You know that every Monday for breakfast you have pap because you already have things to make pap in your fridge. You know that every Monday afternoon you have maybe beans or gari or moi moi because you already have these things available. That's what systems help you do. They help you to think once, like Greg McKeown says, what is that thing you do once that would prevent you from making 1,000 more decisions? For an entire summer, for an entire school term, that menu can help you save the strength and all the resources it takes to start deciding what to cook. How about what to wear? For instance, your children have to go to school. You see, that's why I love uniforms. You know that every Monday, Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, Thursday, and maybe on Thursday they have to wear uniforms. Imagine have to think every morning for what they will wear. Think about what colors to pair, what color of top and maybe pants to pair together, what color of accessories will go with. It will waste your time. It make you irritable. For some people, it's actually fun, but when you're on a time crunch, you see that when you have systems in place, you'll be able to navigate your parenting journey a lot easier. They help you reinforce your habits. You have systems already. You don't have to start reinventing the wheel. You don't have to start thinking afresh. I know that every Wednesday I have to be at the gym. I've already dressed up halfway at night in preparation for my workout. I know where my shoes are. In fact, my car can even find its way to the gym because I've been doing it. That system I have in place, the system of getting ready halfway before the set day, the system of putting my gym wear or gear on a conspicuous place, the system of filling my water bottles before it is time, the system of putting my maybe gym bag with all the things I need in the car will help making going to the gym the next morning a lot less cumbersome. So systems provide you with they help you reinforce your habits. The next one is they provide a roadmap for you. Think about walking through your day seamlessly, effortlessly. You know that from when your alarm goes up at say maybe 3 a.m., you know everything you have to do. It now becomes rote learning. You can do it without even thinking. You have now gotten to a state of flow, a state of unconscious competence. You know that after this activity comes this one, comes the next, and that. You see, it takes a lot of stress away from you, gives you a roadmap. Now that we've talked about the importance of parenting systems, how or what sort of systems should you create as parents? Number one is communication systems. You see, we think it's easy to just strike up a conversation because we are grown-ups. Think about how difficult it is for your child to come and ask you a question, especially when they feel they are weird, or they are going through the experience alone, or you've never been there. I think okay, looking back at my childhood, I used to think parents were should I say mini gods? Like they did not have that infallibility was sold. When I was in primary one, I used to come first. Keswa, can you show me your report card? I just want to see something. It's not your scores really. We think they are infallible. So when we have challenges, feel like they've not gone through them, they've not been there themselves. So we are afraid. We have even judged our matter, like we have sealed our cases before we even take it to them. We we're afraid to talk to them about it because there's no system in place. What if every Monday at 4 p.m. There's time for us to converse? What if after a certain movie, there is the hour afterwards, it's time for us to just sit down and really talk about what we learned, talk about what stood out for us? What if that could be like a conversation starter between us and our children? If we have communication systems in place, there'll be no awkwardness, there'll be no shyness, there'll be no feeling of I don't want to disturb mommy or something when it is time for them to talk to us. The next system is discipline system. Now, for me and my kids, what has worked over time is we talk about something. Mommy, if I do this, what will be the consequence of my action? You want to see if I can take it with my full chest. So sometimes they're like, oh, mommy, but don't you think that is too much for just this little thing? Because in the heat of the moment, you're already angry, exasperated, you are enraged, emotions are now flooding in, your cortisol level is high, you're tired, you just want to pounce on them. But if you have a system in place, okay, when you do this, they naturally would know what will follow, right? If you break the glass, what you should do is sweep up the broken pieces, clean up the place, and then you're on timeout for 10 minutes, you're grounded for an hour. You don't even have to come and play the bad cop. You don't even have to say anything. The system is already in place. See, sometimes a lot of us now feel like if we automate our lives like this, will you not now be robots? Will not now be living effortlessness will not create this complacency in us. That's where we can now bring in novelty. We can theme different days. For I read somewhere about Jack Dorsey naming his different days: Mondays for this, Tuesdays for that. So everything related to management he does on a certain day, everything related to communications, everything related to this and that. It helps his team know what to bring to him on whichever days. For instance, everyone now kind of knows that most Thursdays I record videos. Don't come and tell me to go anywhere with you on Thursday because you already know. It helps me save myself the energy of saying no, even though, like right now, 98% of my answers will be no. Yes, because of course, 24 hours is getting too little to do a lot. So default setting is no. When I've now thought about it and I've now freed up space, I can answer, that thing I said no about. Okay, maybe it's a maybe now. Let's put it under advisement. And then when the day is closed and I can see that I can commit, okay, now we can do it. It's a yes. Just find what works for you. Like we've said, I will keep reiterating it. What we teach you here, when we talk, discuss, or have these conversations, it is not for you to now go and overhaul your system and say, I must do it like Lorie, my dynamics are different from yours. The children I'm raising are different from yours. My temperament, the way I would be patient, the way I'm wired to patience, what drives me, my why is different from yours. For me, it's about building a legacy. For me, it's about being that block, that barrier, that there are certain things that will end with me so that some certain things can begin from me. I want to be that benchmark figure in the history of my generation or lineage that started intentionality in raising children, that started the culture of calm and intentional, deliberate, purposeful, excellent parenting, building relationships, nurturing connection, bonding with my children, building a lifelong legacy so that I would leave a template for the generations to come to build upon. That may not be your why. Now, because my why is very clear and concise, I have now built systems in place to ensure that I am able to run my everything smoothly or the way I choose. So when we have these conversations, it's to spark up the critical, analytical, creative thinking in you so that you can go back and check your systems and say, okay, I like this one, I can borrow from this. I like this one, I can add it, I can subtract from mine, and then see that you're now creating something a bit better. I hope this always inspires you to do so. Another system you should create as parents to help you achieve your goals in 2024 is educational systems that are centered on your value systems and of course your goals. What are your goals for this year? What systems can you put in place? What are your educational goals for your kids? I'm not saying academic, like what the school can do. The school is already taking care of that curriculum, but the school is not going to do a lot to prepare them with maybe a lot more soft skills. You are the king in this kingdom, right? It's the king that teaches the prince the way of the kingdom. You are the vision bearer here. The teacher can only do as much as he can. Yeah, for some they will do as much as they are paid to do. For others who are passionate about their profession or the calling or the teaching calling, they'll go an extra mile. But you are the one that God has shown the destiny or the purpose of this child. You are the one who has the hunch. You are the one who has the guide. Like just like Mary, there were a lot of things she would do better for Jesus Christ than the teachers would have because she saw the picture. She knew the child she was raising. And somebody told me something profound last week. She said, imagine if Samson's mom, the first thing she did was cut his hair when he was born. We all know the Samson story in the Bible, right? Samson and Delilah. The very thing that was going to be the strength of his life, the anchor of his destiny, the mom would have cut it if she did not know the child she was raising. So what goals have you set for your children? What systems, educational systems are you putting in place? They should be based off on your values. What is driving that thing you are teaching? You see, if you now go back and check your value, match your educational targets, you see that there are some things that you're forcing your children to learn that they may not even need, that is not relevant to their or destiny sensitive, that they do not need during the course of their lives at all. That is not, it's like teaching a fish how to climb tree. For what? For what? You see, because you now know, you know your values, you understand the child you're raising, you know the natural habitat in which they will thrive. You would arrange your personal development plan, your curriculum for them in a better manner, in a more excellent way. That way they are able to, you're setting them up to succeed. It will be counterproductive and a total waste of time and resources if you're teaching a fish how to climb a tree or expecting them to have the same level of mastery as they would have if they were swimming. Before I tell you the final one, if you've gotten value so far, kindly click on the share button. Please, it's free. You know that, right? Sharing is free. And when you share, you are giving us a vote of confidence that what we're doing here matters. You see, it may be free to you, but we put in a lot of talent, treasure, resources to bring these videos to you every week. When you share, it means that the person you're sharing to, you are interested and getting invested in their growth, and that's a lot too. So go ahead and click on the share button and please, 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 please subscribe so that the show can get bigger. The guests we're bringing in can get bigger. And can they watch till the end because we have an announcement once we're done with this episode. Thank you very much. So the final one is time management systems. Like in everything you do this year, have a system for time management. So some people like to pray. For some believers, they will want to do koinonia kind of prayers in the morning when it's time to go to school and expect for the children to still make it to school at 7:30. I'm not saying don't pray. I'm saying can you just maybe share the grace or say something brief in the morning and move your Bible study to the night so that your children can go to school earlier. So you not be cranky. Don't set yourself up to fail. You should aim for ease. It is already very, very, very Herculean raising kids. Don't overcomplicate things. Time management. How do you intend to save time? Can you spend 30 minutes now outlining the areas you need to clog, the holes you need to clog, the things you need to remove from your schedule that will help you save time? Can you have a time management system? For instance, when you come back from school, go and clean your shoes. That will save you maybe 5 minutes in the morning. When you come back from school, pack your bags for the next. When you're done with your homework, make sure your things are ready. Fill your water bottles now so that in the morning you won't have to be doing that anymore. Get all your lunch boxes and everything ready so that in the morning you won't have to do that anymore. Get all the uniforms ready too. Put them where you can just grab and go. What time management systems are you putting in place this year to help you achieve your goals? Organization is a big deal when it comes to time management. If I know where my tie is every day, I'll just simply, even if the room is dark, no matter how young the child is, they could just possibly like easily go there, grab the tie, put it on, and go away. But if you have a big bulk of laundry for the past 6 weeks, mumbled up, mulled up, jumbled up together, how do you expect the child to easily find what they are looking for? You should learn to spend a few minutes decluttering, organizing, systemizing, so that it will save you a lot of time. You will now need to be searching the haystack for a needle. If your children know where to keep the knives, the spoons, the plates, the cups, they know that after doing their dishes, they won't have to start searching. For some of us, us, the parents, you Beacons, you are the problem. We are the reason why our children cannot be organized. You put your things anyhow, anyone can serve, anywhere can serve, and you expect your children to learn organization skills maybe just from the school. You are the guiding light, remember? Monkey sees, monkey does. If you are always keeping your shoes orderly, they would learn. By virtue of their exposure to what you do every day, they are getting programmed. The programming language you are using is wrong. The system you are adopting is wrong. They cannot learn from that. By all means, if that's what you want to teach to your children, I'm not here to judge you or criticize you. It's fine. You may be teaching them resilience in searching your big pile of clothes. You may be teaching them to be determined in searching your big pile of clothes. We all teach differently. But come to think of it, if your child knows where their shoes, you even catalog their shoes according to colors. Don't you think it would be easier to say, go and bring your black school shoes, and the child will just go there, grab the black school shoes, and bring to you? Go to your corner of the shoe rack, go and bring your pink, green, purple, or red Crocs. Will it not be easier for the child to just grab and go? We should put systems in place that make parenting a lot easier for us. Why some people are shouting, oh God, this is difficult. Some people are asking, what can I tweak in the system I'm already operating? We've talked about systems, what they are, why they are important, what systems to create, and finally, we'll be talking about how to create the systems we've mentioned. Be very clear about what is essential and your expected outcomes. What is essential to you in this season? There's something called trade-offs. No matter what you say, no matter what you're doing, something is giving. You're trading something of opportunity cost in economics, right? Alternative for God. It happens every day, every single day. Now that I'm doing this, I could possibly be Netflixing and chilling right now, but I'm not doing that, which means I'm saying no to that. I could possibly be calling my friends, be reading, be sleeping, be doing a million other things, but to sit here and record this podcast episode today, I'm saying no to all of those things because this is essential to me at this time in this season, on this day of the week. If you identify the things that are essential to you, you'll be able to say no to a lot of things. If you have identified that in 4 areas of your life this year you want to change, you see that you're already short, you're now narrowing your lens of focus. You see that you're already now channeling your resources adequately, properly. Some of us were our systems are clustered. We don't, because we have a lot of balls in the air, we are not able to catch the ones that are falling, and we end up losing a lot. Be clear of what is essential to you at that time and what your expected outcome is. Now that I'm shooting this video, what do I want as outcome? Now that I'm in this meeting, what do I want as my outcome? What is your intention for that movie you are going to? What is your intention for that place you are going to? What is your intention? If that intention does not align with your goal, don't you see that a quick no is very easy to say? The next one is focus on minimal viable progress. This is from Essentialism by Greg McNeon, The Disciplined Pursuit of Less. Focus on minimal viable progress. The concept of done is better than perfect, progress instead of perfection. Some of us are so caught up in the trap of perfectionism that we don't want to move a step in the direction of actualizing or achieving our goals. You see, I was there too. My name used to be perfectionism, and you are right to, like, don't be shocked. I was there too. If this thing, oh my god, this dot has to be like this. If it's not this way, I won't do it. If it's not that way, I won't do it. But you see, the time you are spending on sweating the small stuff is the time you'd have used in doing something else. Is the time that you are using to second guess yourself. Is the time your gremlin is telling you you cannot do it. It's the time your imposter syndrome is now coming to say no, and then before you know it, procrastination comes in, and then you cannot get that thing done at the end of the day. Focus on your minimal viable progress. What can I do today that, okay, at least I've done it? Next time you can now focus on getting better at it 1% of the time. Time was when I'll say, if I don't have this gear, I will not shoot the video. If I don't have that this, I will not do that. Now I'm just focused on production, right? That does not mean I'll now sit down and record nonsense or put out stuff that are subpar. It just means that I'm willing to learn, I'm open to making mistakes, and I'm accepting that mistakes are proof that I am trying. Next one is do the next one is do the minimal viable preparation. It's also MVP, minimal viable preparation, also from Greg McNeil. What does that mean? Okay, I have a presentation to do in April, and I'm waiting till the 31st of March to get started. What will that do to me? It will not only stress me out, it will leave me cranky and very irritable. It will leave me with a lot to do at the end of the day with such little time. How can you focus on your minimum viable preparation? Can you just first write out the topic? Tomorrow you come back for 2 minutes, flesh it out again. The next day you come back and look at the first point you've written. How can I fine tune this? What allegories, what symbols can I use to depict this image to my audience? You keep coming and coming. By the end of March, you will not only have finished doing that project, you will have internalized a lot of the material. It becomes so second nature to you that you will not need to read your script. You will only now be speaking to the paper. Preparation helps you, planning and preparation helps you to be better positioned for opportunity, helps you to achieve a lot of things. What can I do now that will save me the madness of running helter skelter in the morning for school? Can I prepare sauce or maybe stew now, and in the morning I only have to boil rice? That has saved me about 30 or 45 minutes. Can I pack the snacks now so that tomorrow morning I won't have to do that anymore? There are a lot of things you can do that can help you solidify your systems, reinforce your habits, and make your goal achievement very easy this year. The final one is visually reward progress. You see, we are more motivated to do things when the reward is just in front of us. If I get $1 million for doing something now, I'll be more motivated to do it over and over again. I read from somewhere about a system wherein instead of always punishing bad behavior, how about you emphasize the importance of good behavior and reward it? You see, some people actually do things because they want to piss you off. They are happy, they're comfortable with you just shouting. How about you turn it around? There was a time in my home where every time, mommy, person A did this, that, mommy, person. I said, okay, let's do it this way. What if you come and report to me when you catch somebody doing a kind act? And then I will not only reward you for doing for I will not only reward the person for doing the kind act, I'll reward you for catching them at it. You see, the error, the error level reduced, like the reporting was minimal. They now started hunting. Did you do anything? Okay, what have you done? Mommy, I saw this person giving water to this person. Do I get a sticker? Do I get a reward? That may work for you too. So instead of waiting to scold them for the bad things you're doing, how about you look out for the good they are doing and reward it? Whatever you reward, you see more of. Whatever you scold, of course, it's all the law of attraction. You become what you think about the most, right? You whatever you see, whatever you focus on is what you keep getting. So if you focus on searching for and rewarding their progress, rewarding the things they do right, you see that you won't to even reinforce your discipline systems to you won't be shouting a lot, you won't be playing jury or judge or cop or executioner. You will just now be responding instead of reacting. Now to the big announcement. From next week, we'll be bringing in our very first guest. She's been a bosom friend for years now. Um, she's someone I know you will learn from her unique journey. I hope you would be excited to be here to help you come with a friend, share with your loved one. Don't come alone. You know, when we used to go to churches, is to say, come with five of your neighbors, right? Come with your study buddy, come with your enemies. Come with your friends, come with your enemy's friend, come with your friend's friends, and let us learn together so that together we can change how parenting is done one conversation at a time. Until we see you in our next episode of the show with our very first guest ever, stay excellent.